There are many different types of advocacy support which can be of benefit to people, from advocacy under pieces of law to advocacy in groups or within the local community. Let's have a look at these in more detail and see how different types of advocacy can support people in various different ways.
Statutory advocacy. There are several pieces of law in place which tell health and social care professionals when they should be making sure people have access to advocacy support in certain situations, particularly when they may be struggling with their mental or physical health or are living with a disability or impairment. Part of the role of an advocate can be to make sure that a person's rights are being upheld during these times and that the person's views and wishes are being listened to when important decisions are being made about their situation, care and treatment. This is called statutory advocacy. The laws that statutory advocacy is usually provided under are the Mental Health Act, the Mental Capacity Act, the Care Act and NHS and complaint regulations, as well as making sure that people's rights are protected and upheld under the Human Rights Act. Many people who are going through health and social care processes do not understand their rights during this time or what they may be entitled to, and so a statutory advocate can help them with this. Although statutory advocacy is funded by the local council, otherwise known as a local authority, it is important that advocacy services remain independent from them and from the NHS. This allows the advocate to be totally and completely on the side of the person that they are supporting, representing the views and wishes of that person and challenging decisions if these are not made in line with what the law states. Non-statutory, informal advocacy. Advocacy that falls outside of the law is often called non-statutory or informal advocacy. As non-statutory advocacy is rarely funded by the local authority, many advocacy services look at other ways of providing this. This could be applying for grant funding or fundraising, or by supporting members of the public to gain the skills and confidence to advocate for themselves and their loved ones. There are a few different types of informal advocacy, so we'll have a brief look at these now. Community advocacy. Community advocates support people to access and communicate with health and social care services outside of the legal processes we described earlier, such as a local GP or a community mental health team. Community advocacy can support people to find the services they need and help them to speak to these services about how they feel or what they want to happen with their care and treatment in the future. Community advocates can also help people to prepare for and attend meetings that they have with these services. They can help build a person's confidence and advocacy skills so that they can advocate for themselves and their loved ones moving forward. Peer advocacy. Peer advocates are members of the community with lived experience of accessing and using health and social care support services, or of living with mental health, cognitive impairments, and or physical disabilities. Peer advocates often offer support to each other using their own knowledge and experiences. They also work with services to co-produce projects, which means telling services what is needed and helping them to develop these ideas. Peer advocates then check the things that have been developed and ensure they meet people's needs and work effectively. Group advocacy. Group advocacy is when several members of the community come together to discuss topics and issues and collect the views of those group members. These views are then presented to the people who are responsible for services and meeting the needs of the community. This can help to improve services, but it can also give members of the community an opportunity to speak up and campaign for change by letting services and professionals know what the community as a whole want and need, what needs to change and why. Self-advocacy. Self-advocacy is pretty much the same as statutory advocacy, but without the specialist knowledge and training. Self-advocates have the skills to advocate for themselves when speaking with services and professionals, the knowledge of what their rights are, and the confidence to challenge decisions and processes where necessary. Remember, it is you that is the expert in your own life, and it is your wishes and feelings that are the most important in the room. Here at Advocacy Focus, we can work with you to gain the skills and confidence to communicate your wishes and feelings to the professionals who may be involved in your life.